What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Essence of Lex, and thank you for joining me again on my bloom journey. And if you clicked on this video, it's because you're interested in Zatima, episode 7 and episode 8. If you are new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button and stay tuned because I always have a food for thought and a question that I would like for you guys to answer down below in the comments. We're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna try to go in the order that stuff played out in both episodes, but sometimes I get off track and I'm remembering something from 8 and I haven't even talked about certain things in 7, and I try not to talk about everything because I have I'm just so invested in Zatima, so I have a lot of things to say. I've been invested in Zatima since season 2 of Sisters. So speaking of Sisters, if you have not seen my review on Sisters season 5 premiere, make sure you go back and watch that. I also had a lot to say about Sisters season 5. Sisters is going to definitely give me a headache this season as normal. So if you have not seen my review of that, please go and watch it. I think it's a very good review and some very good questions that I asked that I would like for you guys to answer for me. But let's get right into episode 7. Originally, if you watch my prediction video, I predicted that Fatima is going to already be gone by the time Zach comes back from the party. Nope, I was wrong. Fatima and Angela was walking out the door as Zach and Bryce was pulling up. Now, at this point, Zach already know that Fatima has a picture of him and Deja because Angela called Bryce and Bryce told Zach about it. So, unlike Fatima, she didn't know that he had the picture. But at this point, Zach knows that Fatima has a picture of him and Deja. So, and remember, Zach is coming from a party and Zach is drunk. And I say that he was drunk because the way he got out the car was funny to me. Like he was stumbling and still was mad and angry. And so he gets out the car. Fatima is walking towards the car to get in her car. And he say, "I hope you left your key." And then she said, "What?" And then he said, "I hope you left your key." And then she continues to proceed to, I guess, initially try to ignore him and get in and go to the car to leave. But then I think Zach said something about, so you just going to leave in the car that I bought you? And I think that was the start of the whole thing. Fatima told him, "F you and this car, you don't think I can get 2 more with 1 phone call?" I'm trying to figure out who Fatima is plugged in with. We know Madam is her cousin, but who is she plugged in with for real? She gangster, true gangster, and I love it. So moving on with the argument, they are going back and forth. They battling out basically picture for picture. Fatima shows Zach the picture, and Zach says, "So you the only one think you got the picture?" And then Zach showed Fatima the picture of her, and I think Fatima was realizing what he truly was mad about now. And I think her seeing that picture made her realize that she definitely should have handled things a different way, because it like her tone lowered a little bit as well. It's like she calmed down when she saw that picture and she asked him, "Is this what this is all about?" So Zach basically tell her, yes. Now, he didn't tell her as kindly as I just said, that he cussed at her and he was yelling, and well, they both was cussing and yelling at each other, but in a way that is crazy to me, because even with them arguing and going back and forth, you can still see the love and the passion that they have for each other, and you see it through the screen. Like, it is amazing. And I think I saw on Twitter, like I said, I can never remember who be tweeting this stuff, and I like to give credit for where I saw stuff or where I read stuff or where the original idea came from, but I can never remember. But anyway, somebody put on Twitter that it's like they was arguing and fighting for their relationship at the same time. And I totally agree. They definitely was arguing and fighting for their relationship at the same time. So like I said, it softened Fatima up, and she basically just said, yes, I did go see N. He has stage 4 cancer and he wants me to talk to his mom. But I didn't know how to tell you that. Zach response to that was like, what he say? Everybody got cancer now, or something like that, he said. And Fatima said, you see how you acting now? But I think that, like I said, Zach is under the influence. He's on top of being under the influence. He is angry, mad, hurt, and all of those things, which he has a right to be. Emma basically said what I said in my review of episode 5 and 6, that you didn't, yes, I know you didn't sleep with anybody, but what this shows me basically is that every time that you're mad at me, the first thing you're going to go do is have sex with some chick, which I said in my review. Forget, both of them not communicating, and forget both of them could have did things differently. It's brought up, an even bigger issue at this point, is at least on Zach's side, is that every time that you get mad at me, or every time you get angry or whatever, the first thing that you're going to do is go and, I won't say sleep with the chick. What I would say is that get yourself into a situation or a predicament that could lead you to disrespecting me. And that's a bigger issue that have been brought to the table and that we need to discuss. And they did not discuss that. I'm wondering, who are they neighbors? Like, was anybody peeking out? Because they was loud and going back and forward at each other. So basically Zach is saying, like, I didn't even do anything. And Fatima told him, well, maybe you should have, then I would have feel better about my next move. And I'm saying, and I'm watching it like, Fatima, what the hell is your next move? What is your next move? You just told him not to go and do nothing stupid. Don't go and do nothing stupid, Fatima. That's what I'm thinking. Like, stupid as in thinking that she finna break up with him or leave him or anything like that. The situation that occurred is not, something they need to be breaking up over at all on both parts. It is nothing to be broken up about. It's really just a situation has happened that led you guys to realize that you need to communicate better. There are deeper issues that need to be worked out individually and as a couple. But it's nothing to break up over. So I was like, Fatima, don't go do nothing stupid. So Fatima leaves to follow Angela to her place. Zach and Bryce go in the house. Now remember I said there was something not right with Bryce. There was something off with him. And Fatima even said it from the jump. I always got in the vibe that he wasn't being 100% honest about something. But I always just connected that to with either something with the SEC or something with working for Gary. That's what I always thought. But Tyler Perry threw us a curveball. Well, he threw me a curveball. Like, I did not expect this at all. So Zach and Bryce is in the house. Zach is already drunk as is. So he's drinking again with Bryce. So they have a drink. Bryce said, this is enough. You already had enough type thing. And he helped Zach upstairs. I'm just going to come out and say it. Bryce has a thing for Zach. And that's pretty much what it is. This scene is basically just Bryce having a thing for Zach. And that totally threw me for a freaking loop. Zach is drunk. And Bryce is taking things that he is saying literal And that shouldn't have even been the case, because Zach was like, what did he tell him? I think this is the exact, no, he told him, why can't I put your mind in Fatima's body? And Bryce was just like cheesing. And I'm like, I know this man do not like Zach. The scene goes on. Zach is getting undressed to get in the shower because he said, what did he say his reason? He said that if Fatima come home and he smelled like Deja, or if he still got all this glitter on him, Fatima is going to lose it. So he wanted to take a shower. So Zach is getting undressed, and Bryce is like freaking losing it in the sense as to, like, you see it all over his face that he wants Zach. You see it all over his face that, you know, he's feeling Zach. And you see it all over. It's like he is fighting with himself to not show it. But it's been shown clear as day. And there's even a point where Zach takes off his underwears, his boxes. And I'm like, I thought Bryce was about to sniff his underwear. I'm not even going to lie to you. When I was watching it and he was holding Zach underwear, I was like, bruh, please don't sniff this man underwear. Like, yo, I was just like, I was flabbergasted with the whole scene because it totally caught me by surprise. Like, in the last episode, I noticed that when Zach called Bryce, or I think Bryce called Zach, and Zach told, when he was at the party, and Zach told him, I was just thinking about you. I noticed that Bryce, like, lit up a little bit. He smiled, but I didn't think nothing much of it, really. Like, I noticed it, and I said, that's a little weird, but it still, I guess, went over my head, because that man has a thing for Zach. And I'm just like, is Tyler Perry gonna make it to where every damn body wants Zach? And I'm just like, wow. And Zach is fine, and I understand it, I really do. But come on, man, come on. So that's that. Bryce leaves and goes to Angela's house. Angela was in the kitchen when Bryce came through the door. So Bryce comes through the door, and he's on hard. I'm trying to say this and not be so, raunchy about it. But basically, Bryce comes in the door, and Angela noticed that he is on hard. And she's trying to figure out why he literally just walked through the door and just is like that. My thing is this. How far do Zatima, yes, Zatima, because they live together, and that's their place until decided otherwise. But how far do Zatima stay from Angela? Because, or did he think about Zach the whole ride home? Because my thing is if you have left from being around Zach and whatever, and in his present, did you think about him the whole drive home, that you still, So Angela notices, and they proceed to, get in the motions to make love or whatever. This scene, I was like, it's evident and it's very clear that he's thinking about Zach. And I was like, I know he's not about to say his name. Because, sometimes you're thinking about something, right? And it just comes out because that's where your mind is at. That's what you're thinking. And I was like, please do not say Zach's name. Please do not say Zach's name. This is not going to go over well. Not even Angela is not going to go over well. It's not going to go over well with Fatima, who is upstairs. So I was like, I know he is not about to say Zach's name while she's, So he didn't say Zach's name, and I was very happy that he didn't, because that wouldn't have been a pretty scene. The next morning, Fatima and Angela is in the kitchen and they're talking or whatever. And at this point, Fatima has it in her mind that, at least this is what she says. I really didn't believe her at that point either, because y'all had an argument the night before, and the passion is there, the love is there. There's no way that, you know, you are about to move out or whatever, or get your stuff out of storage. I didn't believe that. She said that, and I was like, right. Angela asked Fatima that there was something weird last night that she noticed. And Angela thinks that Bryce went to the party, saw all the women strippers, and, you know, was excited about the women strippers, and she have the slightest idea who he was excited about. Yo, I am laughing because this is wow. And I have already seen both episodes like 3 or 4 times at this point. And even now I'm still flabbergasted that this happened, because it was a total curveball to me. I did not see this coming. It is not a bash on Bryce being gay or bisexual or whatever the situation be, because we still don't know. He could just be bisexual. So we don't know the depths of it yet. But this is not a bash on it. Like, it's me just reacting to finding out the news. And my only problem with him being gay or either bisexual or however he labels himself is that him not making Angela be aware of that and not letting her, you know, make the decision on her own whether or not this is something that she can handle and deal with. That would be my only problem with that. And right now it seems as if Angela doesn't know. So that's my only problem with that. I'm interested to see how that plays out. I'm interested to see if Angela is going to find out, and if she do find out, how she's going to find out. Because, you know, in the trailer, we still haven't seen Zach punch Bryce yet. So we definitely got to stay tuned for that. This is going to be, whew, I'm kind of sad that there's only 2 episodes left in season 1. So Fatima and Belinda face off again. Belinda just walks into Angela's house and open the door and say, she didn't know Fatima was there. And basically, in the way that she came in and the way that Fatima's off to the side pouring her a cup of coffee, you can't see her. And say hey, and then just walk in the door and just start going at Zach and Fatima. She was like, see, I told y'all he was no good. I told y'all how he is. She was like, and Fatima over there being dumb. And I was like, so Angela is trying to, you know, make her notice that, yo, Fatima's behind you. So she was like that. Oh, hey, girl. That hey, girl is going to get me every time, because we're not cool. What? Don't hey, girl to me like, you know, we're friends right now, because we're nothing at this point. At this point, we're nothing. We are nothing. And I said, I know Fatima is trying to change. I know she's trying to do better and work on her anger and all of those things. That was not a moment for her to be working on that. She should have threw that coffee on her and started dragging her. I promise you, it would have been okay. We could work on your anger another moment. Fatima, you should have threw that coffee on her and drug her. Because it's like, at this point, what is your obsession? Like, come on. So now Fatima done threw out a whole lot of MF bombs. She basically told her to keep her and her man name out her mouth. Belinda is like, so really? We really not going to talk about what happened? You choosing this man over me? And my thing with this is, I don't care if Fatima knew. Well, one, let me say this. Belinda, you don't know him. You had a one-night stand with him and he ghosted you. Period. You don't know him as a person. You don't know his character. None of that. You're going by stuff that you've heard from Karen, number one. Number two, you're mad that he ghosted you. He gave you that good, and you mad. You still mad years later. I don't care if she known him for 2 or 3 days, as opposed to 2 or 3 months, sir. Whatever in your head, Belinda, that you think, because she known you longer and that y'all are best friends, she just supposed to pick you over him? Or is she just supposed to rock with you over him? No. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Belinda was dead as wrong. And I wanted her to be wearing that coffee, but Fatima didn't throw it on her. She just left. Now, this is my thing. I've been trying to give Angela the benefit of the doubt. Now, hear me out. I've been trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. There are some things she has done that is questioning whether or not, and I don't even want to say that she's Fatima's friend, because I think that she is Fatima's friend. Anytime so far that Fatima has needed to talk to her or needed her, or she has been there for Fatima. She really has. And the question comes into play is, like I said, I don't want to say it's questioning her friendship to Fatima. My thing would be at this point is, what are you and Belinda talking about? What are those discussions going like? So this is my thing with this. I know, like I said, I've been trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. I know that she's technically in the middle. All three of them has been best friends and been friends for years or whatever. And right now she's in the middle. And yeah, so she's technically in the middle of them too. And I've been there before, so I understand it. I understand that Angela is nice. And it's also coming off as Angela is not a confrontational person. I get that. I really do, because I'm not a confrontational person. I don't like confrontation. I try to avoid it as much as possible. So I understand that, which is probably why I've been trying to give her the benefit of the doubt for so long. But at this point, I am wondering, what are the conversations that you and Belinda are having? Because it seems as if you haven't checked her at all regarding this whole situation. What I'm thinking is that she's playing both parts. And that is what I don't like. I don't like that she's playing both parts. I understand that, you know, at this point, she's in the middle. And that all three of them have been friends for years, and she wants things to go back to the way it was. But if it was me, I would be looking at Belinda sideways. If it was me, I would be wondering if I even can trust her. Because there was, the way Belinda moved is questionable as fuck. The way Belinda literally just tried to push up on her best friend man. Yeah. It's giving shady. It's giving snake in the grass. It's giving a whole lot of things. And I don't know if I would want to be her friend. Even though she did it to another friend in the friend group, I don't even know if I would want to be her friend. And like I said, I'm just looking at Angela sideways, because what are the discussions, what are the conversations that you and Belinda is having? That it's like Belinda is delusional. Belinda don't even see what she did wrong. Let's start there. She doesn't see what she did wrong. So I don't even know how she think her and Fatima is ever going to be back cool. Fatima might forgive her. But as far as a friendship and being as close as they once were, nah, I think Fatima should pass on that. I definitely think Fatima should pass on that. Now, Angela, like I said, I'm going to keep giving her the benefit of the doubt. But right now, it's a question mark about whether or not, you know, you are truly Fatima friend. And I guess I can say, you know, like I said, that's why she's keep getting the benefit of the doubt, because she's friend with both of them. But they keep leaving me to right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm not saying Angela should just totally stop being Belinda's friend, but I think Angela need to check Belinda. Like, has there been a conversation where you told Belinda that you was dead as wrong and that you owe Fatima and Zach at this point an apology? Like, have you held her accountable? And it doesn't seem like that to me. It seems like you're playing both sides. And in a friend group or whatever, the three of you guys are friends, it should be a point to where you hold each other accountable. I love the, you know, like, you can tell I love the both of you, but you was dead as wrong and you owe her an apology or something. And it's not giving that. It's not giving that to me. But I'm still going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm still going to give Angela the benefit of the doubt for now. I just don't understand, because, you know, even on Twitter, I think it was said that they keep bringing up into the fact that she's only known Zach 2 or 3 months or whatever. I don't care how long you know a person. Right is right and wrong is wrong. The bond I can have with you can be stronger over somebody I've known my whole life. The trust and the loyalty that you have shown me in 2 or 3 months can be more than some have shown me my whole life. But I've been on this topic long enough. What y'all think about Angela? Let me know down below. I'm just side-eyeing Angela right now. I'm side-eyeing Angela right now. Because Emma is in her car on the way home, and she gets a call from Miss Margaret, which is Ann's mom. And she starts talking to her and whatever, and something about coming to dinner, and he should have married you and all this stuff. And I'm like, coming to dinner? No disrespect, Miss Margaret. No. What we need to have dinner for? Why? Why do we need to have dinner? No. Honestly, I told your son not to give you my number, but he did anyway. Why we need to have dinner? No. We do not need to have dinner. And I'm like, and then she said something about Ian told her that, then she said something about Ian told her that she was going to be there for them or something like that. And I was watching I'm trying to think back onto the conversation they had at the coffee shop. If Fatima didn't say that, so he's lying. You're talking about dinner and her being there for y'all? Yeah, Fatima didn't say that. Did I miss something? I know she said that, I think she agreed to call his mom, but as far as being there and dinner and all that, Ian done basically told his mom all type of lies, because Fatima didn't say all that. So I'm like, Miss Margaret, you sound nice, but no, we'll pass. And the whole Ian having cancer thing, I'm still not 100% believing it. I don't think we've seen the last of Ian. Let me just say that. So Fatima pulls up, and Deja is moving in next door. And y'all remember when Fatima told Andy on Sisters, I think it was the season 4 finale, when they was in Andy's office and they was having a conversation or whatever. Do y'all remember when Fatima's told Andy that Zach gets himself in the weirdest, stupidest situations, and it makes her question whether he has it all up there or not? And this is one of those situations. Because how the hell, like, how did you get yourself in this situation, Zach? That is what I'm saying. Like, how did we get here? How is it that your girl pulling up to the house and the woman that is in the picture with you is moving in next door? How did we get here, Zach? How? I'm just like, and when that happened, that was the moment I thought about, is that he do get himself in sometimes the weirdest, stupidest situations.